Grey's Anatomy is preparing for its 19th season, which will see a major change as Ellen Pompeo will have a smaller role, and while this could seem like bad news for fans of the show, it might actually be good for the future of Grey's Anatomy. Created by Shonda Rhimes, Grey's Anatomy has become one of the most successful medical dramas of the last decade, and while its quality has decreased over the years, it continues to have a loyal fanbase that keeps following Meredith Grey's story quite closely. Grey's Anatomy follows the basic premise of medical dramas by focusing on the lives of surgical interns, residents, and attendings as they do their best to balance their personal and professional lives, which inevitably overlap and make way for a lot of drama inside and outside the hospital. Grey's Anatomy has been led by Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, since its first episode, and viewers have seen her go from an intern at Seattle Grace Hospital to head of general surgery at the same hospital, now named Grey Sloan Memorial Hospital, and she's one of only 3 characters from Season 1 that continue to be an active part of the series. However, that's about to change drastically in Grey's Anatomy Season 19. As Grey's Anatomy prepares for a new season, it has already been revealed that, even though she's coming back, Ellen Pompeo will have a reduced role in Season 19 and will only appear in 8 episodes. While this is a big shakeup for the series, it might actually be a good thing for Grey's Anatomy and its still unclear future, as it could be a test for how the show carries on without its main character. Why Ellen Pompeo has a smaller role in Grey's Anatomy Season 19. The news of Ellen Pompeo only appearing in 8 episodes of Grey's Anatomy Season 19 came as a surprise for the audience, but there's a reason why she's not going to be around for the whole season, and unlike what happened with other Grey's Anatomy cast members, there are no behind-the-scenes issues behind this decision. Pompeo is set to star in the upcoming Hulu limited series Orphan, based on the true story of Ukrainian-born Natalia Grace and her U.S. adoptive parents who claimed she was actually an adult sociopath posing as a child. Since Grey's Anatomy's premiere in 2005, Pompeo has only played Meredith Grey and her appearances in other projects have been minimal. She appeared in 1 episode of Repeat After Me, voiced Willow in 1 episode of Doc McStuffins, and was a guest judge in Season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. Pompeo taking another role aside from Meredith Grey is a big step for her as she's branching out after all these years, and while it doesn't exactly mean the end is near for Grey's Anatomy, Pompeo's reduced role in Season 19 will allow the writers to explore a possible future without Meredith Grey. Who could replace Meredith in Grey's Anatomy, if anyone? Although it might be difficult to imagine Grey's Anatomy without Ellen Pompeo, Meredith Grey after over 15 seasons as the lead character, the series currently has a couple of characters that could take her place if she finally breaks free from Seattle and Grey Sloan Hospital. The best and most likely option to replace Meredith Grey in Grey's Anatomy is Jo Wilson, Camilla Luddington, who was introduced as an intern in Season 9 and her story continued to be developed since then, and even after Alex Karev's, Justin Chambers' surprising exit, Jo has continued to be a central and beloved character. Jo has also been through many tragedies, just like Meredith has, so it almost seems as if the writers of Grey's Anatomy have been preparing her to take the lead when Meredith leaves. Another possible replacement is Maggie Pierce, Kelly McCreary, the daughter of Ellis Grey and Richard Webber and thus Meredith's half-sister. With links to 2 of Grey's Anatomy's most important characters as well as being the daughter of the series' best doctor, Maggie would be a fitting replacement and could definitely carry the weight of the series for as long as the show continues. Of course, there's also the possibility that Meredith's potential replacement hasn't been introduced yet, and Grey's Anatomy Season 19 could be preparing the ground for the introduction of its next lead character. Pompeo's smaller role can prove whether Grey's Anatomy survives without Meredith. Whether Grey's Anatomy can survive without Meredith Grey or not is something that has been discussed by viewers on social media and forums, and while it would be hard for the series to carry on without her, season 19 could prove that there's life after Meredith Grey. Although Meredith has served as the glue of the series and the hook that has kept the audience's interest through all the ups and downs Grey's Anatomy has gone through, and thus it would seem impossible for the show to continue without her, season 19 can be the big test on how to carry on without her and which characters could leave the series once she leaves. Grey's Anatomy Season 19, then, can be the one that decides what happens with the show, as it could prove that the remaining characters are interesting enough to continue without Meredith, while the latter finally breaks free from Seattle and the hospital, or it could prove the complete opposite and prepare for the show's end.